Good morning, class. My name is Paul Collins. Um, Today is 10/24/2023, and today I'll be discussing on the regulation of sperm maturation in the germinal epithelium. So let's begin. I have an overview. I'm going to introduce the male reproductive system, the anatomy of the male system, and the functions of them. Spermatogenesis, the role of gonadotropins, and a conclusion in relevance. So this is the anatomy of the male reproductive system. The male reproductive system includes the internal organs, which includes the accessory glands and ducts, and the prostate gland, the seminal vesicles, and the Copper's gland. And then you have your external genitalia, which you have your scrotum, your penis, and then you have your outside area, which are your testes. These are the male reproductive organ in humans and animals. The seminiferous tubules are the area responsible for spermatogenesis. So in this diagram, you can see the whole reproductive system. You have your urethra, your glans penis, your penis. You have your testes down here, your scrotum, your epididymis, and then you have your vas deferens tube, your symphysis pubis, your urinary bladder, and then the rest of your human anatomy. So let's continue. So fix this. So you have sperm production and maturation. Sperm maturation in the germinal epithelium of the testes is a tightly regulated process. The testes contain supercoiled seminiferous tubules, which is the site of spermatogenesis. The germinal epithelium is the same as the wall of the seminiferous tubules. The seminiferous tubules have three types of cells. You have your Sertoli cells, spermatogonia, and then your Leydig cells. Spermatogonia are progenitors of sperm. Sertoli cells play a vital role in regulating sperm maturation by providing physical and nutritional support to sperm cells. The Leydig cells are a primary source of testosterone or androgen production in males. So in this diagram, your sperm develops, hormones stimulate from their testicles, they travel to your epididymis, they migrate to the vas deferens, they travel to the seminal gland where they nourish seminal fluid, travel to the prostate, which then exits the urethra during ejaculation. And this is just kind of a diagram of your testes and how they produce different types of cells in this diagram, as you can see. So let's continue. Sperm production. Spermatogonia is found in clusters at the basal ends of the Sertoli cells inside the basal lamina of the seminiferous tubules. Spermatogonia undergoes mitosis to produce primary spermatocytes or diploids. So as you can see here, you have your primordial germ cells. They transfer into spermatogonium, and then it continues on with different divisions, in which it eventually leads to a mature sperm. The primary spermatocytes undergo meiosis 1 to produce secondary spermatocytes. So you have your meiosis 1 right here, which is right in here, and then it produces your secondary spermatocytes, which are right here. Okay? Continue on. Secondary spermatocytes undergo meiosis 2 to produce spermatids. So this is meiosis 2, and then they produce spermatids, and then those spermatids will eventually develop into a mature sperm. Note, as spermatocytes differentiate into sperms, they move inward into the tubule luminal, which is right in here. The entire process of spermatogenesis takes approximately 64 days until sperm is released to the lumen of the seminiferous tubules. So these are your seminiferous tubules right here. So it takes about 64 days for those to release to the lumen of these areas. Sperm that are released are not mature and immobile. The sperm will travel to the epididymis for more maturity and will help with the secretion of proteins for the epididymis cells. So that's why when people get a vasectomy, they cut this van deferens tube because it can't be in the maturity of the sperm can't develop because the van deferens is severed. So therefore, healthy sperms cannot be produced in order to fertilize an egg of a female. Okay. Let's continue. Hormones affecting spermatogenesis. Hormones play a vital role in the regulation of sperm maturation. Of the three hormones essential to sperm production include GnRH, LH, and FSH. GnRH is gonadotropic releasing hormone, which stimulates the release of gonadotropins, luteinizing hormone, and follicle stimulating hormone, or FSH. FSH stimulates Sertoli cells to enhance sperm production, and LH, luteinizing hormone, stimulates Leydig cells to produce testosterone essential to sperm maturation. So as you can see in here, we have the hypothalamus secretes gonadotropic releasing hormone, stimulates the anterior pituitary to secrete FSH, and LH, and then that goes down. It stimulates the gonads. FSH binds the receptors on Sertoli cells. It stimulates sperm production and secretion of inhibin B. Inhibin B regulates pituitary FSH secretion via negative feedback, so it prevents further secretion of FSH. Where LH stimulates the reduction of steroids, mainly testosterone, by Leydig cells of the testes. As the testosterone levels rise, androgens and estrogens are released. This inhibits the release of further GnRH, FSH, and LH. Testosterone bind to the androgen receptors on Sertoli cells, stimulate sperm production. The testosterone also promotes the virilization of non-gonad tissues and feedbacks to hypothalamus pituitary to regulate GnRH secretion. Okay. Some of factors affecting sperm maturation. You have your genetic factors, which could be like affection of your anatomy. If you have an infection, especially like an STD or such things, your spermatogenesis drops. If there's occlusion in the germ cell ducts, overheating can lead to decreased sperm production. If you have endocrine factors, if your testosterone levels are too low, then your spermatogenesis decreases. If you suffer some trauma down in the gonads, this will affect production of sperm. And then, of course, you have your radiation or some chemical substances that could affect spermatogenesis, including some illicit drug use can cause some issues affecting that. So here's a concept. Oh, sorry. Let's go back. This is a concept map of what I basically just talked about. So you have your hypothalamus. It releases GnRH. It releases to your anterior pituitary. Your anterior pituitary releases FSH to the Sertoli cells, LH to the Leydig cells. Leydig cells produce testosterone and produce spermatogenesis. Sertoli cells also produce spermatogenesis, but they also secrete inhibin, which then causes the anterior pituitary to start releasing FSH. And as testosterone levels rise, you have your negative feedback system, which stimulates the anterior pituitary not to release any more LH. Okay. Thank you. That's pretty much my presentation on on this topic. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me at my university email at UNE. Thank you for your time.